The Antarctic wasteland stretched out endlessly, a land of ice and desolation, where the cold winds whispered secrets only the bravest dared to uncover. Dr. Samuel Harrington was one of those daring souls, an archaeologist consumed by the enigma of the frozen continent. He had heard the rumors, the whispers of an ancient pyramid hidden beneath the ice, a structure that shouldn't exist in the heart of Antarctica. The pyramid had tantalized Samuel's imagination for years, and now, finally, he was leading an expedition to uncover its secrets. His team consisted of scientists, explorers, and a seasoned mountaineer who would guide them through the treacherous terrain. They had come prepared for the harshest conditions, but nothing could prepare them for the horrors that lay beneath the ice. As the team trudged through the desolate landscape, their breath crystallizing in the frigid air, they reached the coordinates of their destination. The pyramid loomed before them, its obsidian surface stark against the blinding whiteness of the ice. It was unlike anything Samuel had ever seen. Its geometric precision, its sheer size, and the fact that it existed in Antarctica were all impossible to fathom. They set up their camp near the pyramid, their excitement palpable, despite the bone-chilling cold. As the team approached the pyramid's entrance, a sense of foreboding settled over them. The temperature seemed to drop further, and the air grew still as they entered the ancient structure. Inside, the darkness was suffocating, their flashlights cutting through the shadows like feeble beacons of hope. The walls were adorned with strange hieroglyphs, symbols that no one could decipher. Samuel's heart raced with anticipation as he moved deeper into the pyramid, his team following closely behind. The pyramid's interior was a maze of twisting corridors and hidden chambers, and the team encountered traps and puzzles that hinted at an advanced civilization. The deeper they went, the more unsettling the atmosphere became. The walls seemed to close in around them, and strange sounds echoed through the passages. They stumbled upon a chamber that contained a sarcophagus, its lid adorned with intricate carvings of grotesque creatures. The hieroglyphs around it spoke of a curse, a warning to those who dared to disturb the slumber of the occupant. Ignoring the ominous inscription, Samuel's team pried open the sarcophagus. Inside lay the mummified remains of a being unlike any they had ever seen, elongated limbs, a reptilian head, and eyes that seemed to follow their every move. It was a creature that defied all known science, a being from a nightmare. As they gazed upon the mummy, a low, guttural growl emanated from the darkness, and the team's flashlights revealed movement. An army of grotesque creatures, their bodies a nightmarish fusion of insect and reptile. They swarmed the chamber, their eyes gleaming with malevolence, and the team was forced to retreat, sealing the chamber behind them. The creatures pursued them relentlessly through the pyramid's twisting corridors, their numbers growing with every passing moment. Samuel's team fought back with everything they had, but the creatures were relentless, and their attacks grew more savage with each encounter. Samuel's mountaineer guide, Jackson, was the first to fall, a creature's pincers piercing his chest as he valiantly defended his comrades. The team watched in horror as Jackson's life was extinguished before their eyes, his body torn apart by the relentless swarm. As the team pressed on, they discovered that the pyramid was a labyrinth designed to ensnare intruders. The creatures seemed to know the pyramid's every twist and turn, herding the team deeper into its depths. The hieroglyphs on the walls told a horrifying tale, a civilization that had summoned these creatures as protectors, a civilization that had ultimately fallen to their own creation. Samuel's team was slowly whittled down, their numbers dwindling with every skirmish. Desperation set in as they realized that escape was impossible. The pyramid itself seemed to conspire against them, its corridors shifting and changing, trapping them in an endless nightmare. In a last, desperate bid for survival, the team reached the pyramid's inner sanctum, a chamber bathed in an eerie, pulsating light. In its center stood an altar, upon which rested an artifact, a gemstone that seemed to throb with otherworldly energy. Samuel, his mind addled by fear and desperation, reached for the artifact, his fingers closing around it. In that moment, a blinding light filled the chamber, and a voice, ancient and malevolent, echoed through their minds. "Your intrusion will not go unpunished," the voice intoned. The gemstone's energy surged through Samuel, his body racked with agonizing pain. He felt himself changing, his limbs elongating, his skin hardening, and his mind merging with the malevolent consciousness that resided within the artifact. The creatures that had pursued them now prostrated themselves before Samuel, their new master. He commanded them with a mere thought, and they obeyed, their loyalty unwavering. The surviving members of Samuel's team watched in horror as their former leader unleashed the creatures upon them, their bodies torn apart in a frenzy of blood and gore. As Samuel stood amidst the carnage, his body twisted and transformed, he realized the terrible truth. He had become the guardian of the pyramid, a curse and a warning to all who dared to enter. The pyramid had exacted its revenge, and Samuel's transformation was complete. He was now an abomination, a creature of darkness, forever bound to protect the pyramid from intruders. His once brilliant mind was now a prison of malevolence, and his soul was lost to the ancient evil that resided within the gemstone. And so, the pyramid in Antarctica remained hidden, its secrets buried beneath the ice, its guardian waiting to unleash its wrath upon any who dared to uncover the horrors that lay within.